Hi, I'm Jennifer, reporter at Real Deals. You may want to introduce me to yourself and then we can dive into some questions.
Yes, good morning, Jennifer. Thanks for having us. Mathieu, Chabran, co-founder of TIKEHAU Capital. We're now a 36 billion alternative asset manager listed on Euronext Paris, active across private credit, real assets, private equity and capital market strategies.
Perfect. I was hoping we could discuss the current investment market. What are you seeing? We're seeing a lot of uncertainty with the Ukraine crisis and rising interest rates. How are you navigating that?
I think it's a little bit like the weather, It's getting windy, who knows? The storm might be coming. And that's one thing that has been changing dramatically over the past few months for private markets. As always, let's come back to basics, right? I mean, we have to go back to the cost of money, interest rates, the value of credit, and we've seen that credit spreads have been widening dramatically to levels unseen since the GFC. We all know that there is a massive pressure on top line for many companies given the recession. There is a strong uncertainty as to the operating margin of these companies given the underlying inflation on many aspects. So yes, changing environment. It's really started, I would say, back in May when the credit market started to effectively give us being a leading indicator of what was happening. And very interesting to be here in Cannes, discussing with my colleagues of the private markets world in general and private equity, because I think the deal environment is certainly changing.
And how are you supporting your portfolio companies through this uncertain period?
So, we at TIKEHAU are very much active on the credit side. We, on the equity side, we tend to be minority investors where we invest alongside entrepreneurs, families. We're not, a buyout controlled investor who would have effectively to manage what could become, fairly stretched capital structure because of too much debt, because of a cost of funding that would have potentially, become prohibitive in the current market. I mean, we've seen over the past few days what it takes to clear big inventories from large banks, and large syndication. So it's really about being close, being a stakeholder close to the companies we finance, we invested in, and I think they really value this dialogue.
And what's next? What sort of emerging trends and themes are you seeing within your private equity space?
So I think there is a new chapter, a new cycle starting, no doubt about that. We're certainly only at the beginning to see the interest rates increase, the cost of funding, as I said, becoming more and more expensive. You have to factor that in on any underwriting you do of any investment. Obviously, it's back to basics. I think that for too long, on the back of the very accommodative monetary policy, people started getting confused between the value of an asset and the price of an asset. The price of an asset was what the marginal buyer was prepared to pay for, when the value of an asset should be effectively the present value of its future cash flow, discounted at a risk-free rate and a risk premium. Risk-free rates are increasing dramatically, and the risk premium, as we said, even more so. So we're just in this new environment, which will, no doubt provide a lot of opportunities.
And what's next for TIKEHAU? What's
so
on the horizon?
So for TIKEHAU, it's about, keeping on doing what we've been doing for 18 years, since we started the company extremely modestly. TIKEHAU has been a real entrepreneurial journey. Today, getting close to 40 billion AUM. We gave public guidance to reach 65 billion by 2026. We keep on expanding geographically, beyond Europe, in Asia. We're going to be celebrating our 8th anniversary in Singapore after celebrating our 5th anniversary in Seoul, Korea a few months ago. I've been based in the US for the past 4 years. Still plenty to do in North America, and looking very specifically at other parts of the world that we should disclose very soon.
A real true global firm. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me this morning.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thanks for having us.